अच्छा, तुम्हारा जो नेक्स्ट जो प्रियंका मैम का जो क्लास है वो होगा क्या आज? सेकंड क्लास में जो है, इज देयर एनी इंफॉर्मेशन?
No, sir.
हाँ,
Classes.
क्लास
No,
होगा?
sir. नहीं सर.
होगा नहीं होगा ना? ठीक है। तो हम अब काम करते हैं दो क्लास, और जो मेरा डीसी है वो भी हम सेकंड क्लास में ले लेंगे। मीन्स जब हम ज्वाइन करेंगे दूसरा टाइम वो डीसी को हम पढ़ाएंगे थोड़ी बहुत। बाद में मेरा काम है थोड़ा, ले पाएंगे नहीं पता नहीं। So we'll start computer organization. Yesterday we have seen the working principle of stack pointer, stack, how to store, how to pop the data, how to push the data, and what is their activities. Okay, how they are operated. So now today we're going to discuss about the instruction format. We know what is instruction. Little bit about the format also we have studied in our earlier classes. So we'll go for detailing here. So in the instruction format, it is having mainly three parts. Okay. The part one contains an operation code, that is opcode. The first part contains the operation code, that is opcode. The first part. Okay. So this is operation code. Okay. Now you need to have some address, because where you are storing the data, that you need to know. So that's why address field must be there. Okay, so that may be memory address or processor register, that is different issue, but that means the location of the data should be mentioned. So this is the address field, this is opcode field, and the mode. Okay, the third one is mode. So first one opcode, address field, third one is mode. Mode specifies the way of operation, that means whether it is direct addressing, indirect addressing, or some other kind of addressing is involved here. So that is most important. Okay. So these three parts or blocks must be within the instructions. Okay. Please everyone remember, first part is opcode, second part is address field, and third one is for mode selection. Okay. So opcode means, as you know, whether we go for such as add, subtract, complement, or shift operation. Okay, that is basically your operation code. That is what type of operation you are going for. Okay, so here most of the computer fall into one of the three types of CPU organization. The CPU organization is most important. Okay, because within the CPU, you are having the register blocks. So how they are organized in the CPU, depending upon that, some instructions actually be modified. So the first one is your signal accumulation organization, general register organization, okay, and stack organization. Correct. So single accumulation organization means accumulators where you are doing some sort of arithmetic, logical, whatever be the operation is done, that is called accumulator. So single accumulator because there must have only the register, only the accumulator. Okay. And there are several general purpose registers. You know, already we have discussed. And the stack organization. So in a memory locations, okay, some portion in the last part we are having for stack organization. So these three CPU organization is most important. तो CPU में क्या क्या होता है? Accumulator, general purpose register, and stack organization. Okay. So just add X. Okay. So this is one kind of instructions. Okay. Add X. This means whatever the data in your accumulator, that will be added with the this value. Okay. So this is a assembly language instruction. We can write add X, where X is the address of the operand. Means somewhere the location X is there. Okay. Maybe this is X. Okay. This location is X. Data may be whatever, maybe 4. Say for example. We don't know what is the data actually. But say for example that is 4. So accumulator में कुछ है suppose precisely accumulator में मान लो that is 4 3. Okay. So initially accumulator having 3 value and at the address you are giving 4. So 3 plus 4 700. So this is the case. So where X is the address of the operand, this add X means this is the address. Okay, this is simplifies indicating this. Okay. So accumulator 3 है तो क्या होगा? Content of the accumulator would be added with the content of the location X. This is the case. So content of the X memory location means M of X, as we know. Okay, X is the address part. When M of X you are writing, that means X location में जो data है वो must be selected. So accumulator में 3 है, M of X में 4 है. So 3 plus 4 कितना हो गया? 7 हो गया accumulator में. Now temporarily it will be at accumulator. Now temporary register there, that will go to there, and ultimately maybe in the data register. Ultimately you can store it in somewhere in the memory location. That is different issue. Okay. So this is a example of accumulator type organization. Correct. This is the first kind. Accumulator organization, single accumulator organization. Okay. So this is your first case. The accumulator organization. Now we'll go for some example for general register type of organization. Okay. Therefore, add R1, R2, R3. Okay. So that may be written here add R1, R2, R3. This is a general register organization because here we are using R1, R2, and R3. Here we are using R1, R2, R3, 3 registers, isn't it? R1, R2, and R3. So in this case, maybe R2 containing 3, maybe R3 having 4, and ultimately these two must be added, and ultimately it will be stored where? R1 register. Okay, so 3 plus 4, where it is added? Stored in R1. Okay, so that's why see here they have written add R1, R2, R3. So that means this is the operation. R1 plus R2, the result is stored at R1. Also, you can use add R1, R2. Okay, you can also use add R1, R2. इसका मतलब क्या है? यहाँ पे R1, R2 का मतलब है R1 में मान लो 3 है, R2 में मान लो 4 है. So if you add them, so result will be 7. And where it will be stored? R1. R1 में store होगा. So that means R1 में क्या जाएगा? R1 plus R2 जाएगा. ये है ऑपरेशन का फंडा. So this is the case. So these are general register organization. Say this or this. So this is for 2. Second. Now stack organization, you people know that already. Yesterday I studied push A, push B, push C, or pop A, pop B, pop C, something like that. So when you are writing push A, that means you are organizing, you are utilizing stack. Okay, stack register. Push B. Okay, so there may have some stack. You have stored A, you have stored B, pointing this. Now if you want to pop, पहले तुमको क्या करना? Pop B करना, क्योंकि last in first out. Then pop A, then pop A. So this is the way. Okay, so these are the last one. Those I have shown here. These are basically stack organization. Okay, so this is 3 case. So I have explained in detail what is the basic principle, operation, logic and concept, and the example of single accumulator organization, general register organization, and stack organization. If you have doubt, please say something. और भी बहुत सारे तुम्हारा इंस्ट्रक्शन बहुत है. Move R1, R2. So content of the register R2 moving to R1. So lots of information are there, instructions are there. You can study one by one. Here the last one. This is push X. Okay, so this is basically your stack organized CPU. Okay, stack organized. Okay. So already I given the examples. Now we'll explain here few other more detailing. 0, 1, 2, 3 address instructions. एड्रेस का बात जो हम लोग कर रहे थे. द फर्स्ट पार्ट इज ऑपकोड. ऑपकोड क्या बोले थे? ऑपकोड. रिमेंबर ऑल दिस एवरी टाइम. ऑपकोड द फर्स्ट पार्ट. सेकंड पार्ट एड्रेस. थर्ड पार्ट इज मोड. These are basic component of the instruction or basic blocks of the building blocks of the instruction. So now depending upon concerning about your addressing modes, addressing part, we are having 0, 1, 2 or 3 address instructions. Okay, correct. So let us take one example. Three address instructions. The first one is 3 address instructions. देखो R1 AB, R1 AB, add R1 AB. इसका मतलब क्या है? That means the content of A, content of B address is added together, and ultimately the addition is stored at R1. So इसलिए 3 address 1, 2, 3. करेक्ट. यहाँ पे भी multiplication MUL X R1, R2. So R1 and R2 must be multiplied and it stored at X. So इसलिए ये 3 address बन गया. R1, R2 and X. Okay. So this is the example of 3 address. When you are dealing with 3 a combination of three addresses. That may be the memory locations, maybe the registers, combination of register, combination of memory location, combination of register and memory locations. So this is about your three address instruction. So these three are the examples of three address instructions. Now two address instruction. Okay, two address instruction. That means two memory locations to register or combining register and memory में भी थे. So move basically. देखो यहाँ पे जो add, multiplication, okay, these are basically division. These all these arithmetic operation mainly involving three address instructions. Because whenever you are adding something, so at least you need two memory locations where the two data is stored. And ultimately the result must be stored some places. So that's why arithmetic operation involving three address instructions. Now two address instruction move. That means you are swapping the data. You are moving the data from one location to the other location. You are moving the sending the data from one location to other location. So that's why move R1 comma A. Okay. So that means the content of the memory location A moving to register R1. Okay. Now you are using two address instruction. How? R1 comma B and you have written add. मीन्स क्या है? पहले मैंने देखे आया बी एड्रेस में जो डेटा है वो डेटा एंड R1 रजिस्टर में जो डेटा है वो ऐड होगा और रिजल्ट कहाँ पे होगा? R1 में स्टोर होगा. तो दैट मीन्स R1 में पहले जो डेटा था दैट वुड बी ओवरराइट हियर. If you need not to keep the data intact, in that case you can reuse the memory locations. You can reuse the register pair also. If you reuse the register pairs or the memory location, in that case it will reduce the addressing. That means in spite of 3 you can use 2 address. So here by this way we can use by adding this R1 comma B, here we can use 2 address instruction. Similarly MUL R1 comma R2. So that means the content of R1 and content of R2 they are multiplied each other and the result must be at R1. So that's why R1 and R2 these two registers are involved. So 2 address move X comma R1 2 address add R2 comma D. So content of D memory location and the content of the R2 register is added together and the result is stored at R2. So all these are basically example of 2 address instructions. Correct. So this is the way. So I think this is clear to you. What is 3 address? What is 2 address instructions? Okay. So that means the meaning is that how many addresses are you are involving in the instruction part. Address part may how many combination of addresses you are applying for 3 or 2 memory locations, 3 memory locations, 3 combined combination of register and memory combiningly it giving 3 addresses. So when you are involving 3 addresses, that is called 3 address. When you are involving only the 2 addresses, that is called 2 address instructions. And there are examples I have told you. Now this is one address instruction. This is load A. You are writing load A. Means whatever be the data at memory location A, that will move to the accumulator. मान लो तुम्हारे पास one memory location है. The address of this is A. This is A. Then A may be 1 0 0 1 whatever. Memory location address is A. Suppose यहाँ पे लिखे हो तुम Yeah, okay. So when you write load A, this instruction, that means the content of the address, okay, will move to accumulator. So that means after this completion of this instruction, accumulator must contain 10. So accumulator में क्या चला जाएगा? 10. So loading means you are sending the data to the accumulator. Okay, you are sending the data to the accumulator. So that is load A. So that's why M of A, that is the content of the address A, moving to the accumulator. So that is load A. Add B. You know that add B means the content of B memory location and the content of the accumulator must be added. And where result would be stored temporarily in accumulator. So that's why load add B का मतलब क्या है? This content of B added with AC and result is stored at AC. Beautiful. Now store. देखो load था और store था. Store just complete reverse operation. Reverse operation. Store T means now you have written store T means मान लो this memory location is T, this address is T. So when you write store T, so accumulator में जो data रहेगा that will come here. So load में जो हम लोग किए थे just will do here reverse operation. Load means you are storing, you are sending the data, you are storing the data, you are keeping the data in the accumulator from that particular memory location of the register. When you are writing store, that means you are sending your data from accumulator to that particular memory location where you intended to store. So here for the example, we have written T. This is the T memory location, and then 10 may come. Okay. So this is the load, add, mul, store. So I have explained everything. Okay. Nothing remaining. Store means again देखो accumulator में जो data था where it is stored at X. Okay. So store means you remember the direction is for storing from accumulator to that particular location. Okay, to particular location जहाँ भी तुम रखना चाहते हो. So that case, and it is for your store. Load में क्या हो उल्टा memory location में accumulator आ जाएगा. So this is your loading and the storing effect. Getting my point? I think this is clear to everyone. If you have any doubt, please respond. So this is your one address instructions. Now we'll very quickly move to the zero address instructions. So this is zero instruction, zero address instruction. As you know, push A, push B. Okay, so these are zero address instructions. Okay. So add. Okay, so these are the zero address instructions. So if you have any doubt regarding 3, 2, 1 and 0 address instruction में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो वो. So these are most important. So 3 address, 2 address, single address, 0 address. Okay. So push pop, these are basically 0 addressing. So correct, because you are not mentioning any address here. Okay. Now the addressing mode, this is most important. Previously, we have seen there is direct, indirect addressing, isn't it? In our previous case, we have studied addressing modes. different kind of addressing modes are there. But you still till now you know direct indirect. Besides these two, we are having many more addressing modes. So, what is the purpose of using addressing mode? Okay, why you need addressing mode? So, to give programming versatility to the user by providing such facility as pointers to memory, counters for loop control, indexing of data, and the program reallocation. This is most important because direct, so you can send the data directly to a particular memory location. So when indirect, so in that case, you are sending the data in the indirect way. That means primarily जो data है, that is the address of the data. There is not the, you are not getting the data from that particular memory location. जो address दिया हुआ है, that is the address of the operand. That is the address of the operand. That is not the operand directly you are not getting. Okay. So that is the addressing modes. This is most important. Okay. For sometimes it needed when you are using some loop operations. Looping is important. Okay. So in that cases, we may use separate kind of addressing modes. And to reduce the number of bits in the addressing field of the instruction. Also, to reduce the bulkiness of the addressing field. Okay. So we are using some addressing mode. So these two important purpose of using addressing mode. So improve the control operation, indexing data, and for program relocation. Okay, program relocation means suppose you want to call some subroutine. That means you are controlling, you are sending your program control to some other location. So definitely addressing mode must be there. Okay, different kind of addressing mode you need. Also the bulkiness or the number of bits in the addressing field of the instruction, to reduce that you need to have some kind of addressing modes. Okay. So, and that also enhance the flexibility. Okay, that will also, the addressing mode also provides the flexibility for writing programs. Okay, and that are more efficiently we can, okay, we can execute our instructions. We can execute our instructions. So addressing mode is most important, okay, to give the programming versatility to the user, and by providing such facility as a pointers to the memory. Okay, because addressing mode में क्या होता है? Addressing mode, because you are pointing a memory location, you are pointing some location of the data. Okay, so that's why you are giving some sort of facilities to pointing the memory location, counter for loop control. Okay, you are counting the loops, how many loops are there, how many times of iteration has been done. Okay, so or program relocation for calling a subroutine. So all these things can be maintained, controlled by means of addressing mode. So these are the purpose of using addressing mode. So okay, now you people know that I have discussed in earlier classes, because the instruction cycle we have studied what is instruction cycle, what is machine cycle, what are the functions involved in these execution processes. So mainly we have divided into three major phases. Okay, three major phases. Already we have discussed. What is that? Now fetching the instruction from the memory. The fetching, already I have told you, fetching the instruction, first one, the second one is decode, and third one is the execution. Already we know, everyone. We followed this one very well. So first one is fetching, when you are having some instruction and you should have instruction cycle, and this instruction cycle is a combination of these three major issues involving using in instruction cycle. Those are, first you have to fetch the instruction, you have to read the instruction first, you have to fetch the instruction from where? The memory location where you have written over there. So that memory locations. The second one is your decoding the instruction. Third one is the execution of the instructions. Okay, so up to this, if you have any problem, so you can tell me.